Greetings traders, I have just taken a short position to go short here off of what I think is code 2, and I'm going for 100 ticks right here. This trade's got a 100 tick exit on it. Let's see if I am right here and it can hit this trade. Looking good so far. Let me take a look at the code. Yep, it's looking pretty good. We'll see how it acts here. See if it wants to keep coming down. But this is my initial entry here. 100 tick exit on this. And so far, it looks good. We'll see how it wants to act. I will be back shortly to update you on the progression of this trade. And you know, it's a possibility I may need to take another entry into it. We'll see how it goes here. So far it's looking good though. We'll see how much it wants to come down. See. Yeah, it's looking good. Okay, I'm gonna come back shortly. But if I do have it right on the code 2, it's got a long ways to go, so it's gonna take a while. So I'll be back. I modified the stop to 77.63 to keep the stop tight. These trades are, usually pretty tight here. To keep the losses small, get the entry right. I'll be back. Okay, it's dropping down pretty good here. I believe I do have the code 2 trade. So this trade right here is going to be good for either 100 and very possibly 200 ticks. I'm watching it right now to see if it is going to be good for 200 ticks, because it very well may be. And there's a way to tell using the code if it'll be good for 200 ticks. So I'm watching it, see if it will be. It might not, but it should at least be good for 100, no problem. So yeah, 100 ticks the easy way. I'll be back. I just wanted to show you that it came up and got the stop on me. So I'm down a little bit, but I'm going to take another entry into this shortly. I'll be back. Okay, I've just taken a long entry here. We've got a code 1 long entry. So if this shoots higher here, let me think about this for a second. Hang on, I need to calculate something. I think this is going to mean that this is a code 2. Let me calculate that really quick. I'll be right back. Okay, it just hit my stop. I had my stop right there. Obviously, I got the code wrong. I am looking for another entry. I think this thing's going to drop out. I'm looking for another entry here. Let me take a look at it really quick. Yeah, I'm going to take another code entry, and this is going to be to go short. I'll be right back. Okay, I've just taken a short position here. It's about to drop out, I think. Just figured out what the code was, and it's about to drop out off the code. About to drop out off the code, and this should be the code 2. I've got a 100 tick exit on this thing. 100 tick exit on this trade. Should be the code 2 right here. Should be get the drop out right here, and it should just go. This thing really took its time to finally make a move, assuming it's going to do it right now. To finally make this move, it took its time. But this could be a big trade right here. It could be 200 ticks. So I am taking it. I'm tracking it, and we'll see if this one isn't the big one. It should be 100 ticks, no problem. but it just might be 200 ticks. And I just had to figure out what the code was really quick so I could take the entry, because the code's kind of all over the place. I mean, you can't really free trade the code. You kind of know, you need to know what the real code is, what the actual code is. That's what I had to figure out. That's why I was able to take that entry. Now you see it going down. See, before it was just stuck in this range, but before it started making its move down, I was able to get in. All by knowing the real code, my friends. The code system. There is no substitute for knowing the code system of trading, either code 1 or code 2. Sure, you might take a loss here and there, like my first trade's a loss, but when I hit this 100 tick trade and possibly 200 tick trade, it'll come out for a big winner today. This is how it's done. Okay, I'm going to come back in a little bit and I'll show you the progression of this trade. I'm just going to watch it to see if it's going to be a 200 ticker. If it is, I'll pull the exit, go for 200 ticks. If not, I'll just stick with the 100 ticks. I'll be back shortly. It's really dropping down here. Take a look at, where it's come down. Before it was up here just in a tight range, and then all of a sudden it broke down and went all the way down here. And look where I am, right when it broke. That's the power of knowing the code 1 for the entry, and then the power of knowing the code 2 is to know that it's going to do 100 ticks. So I'm going to do 100 ticks. I was down 20, so I'll be up 80 ticks once it hits 100 ticks. And my entry should be good for 100 ticks. So I am just sitting here holding, and it should be no problem. This trade should be a piece of cake. Code 2 is confirmed. We're going to go down. So this trade is basically in the bag. It should do it. Okay, I'll come back. Okay, like I've said, I've figured out what the actual true code is, code 1. That's how I was able to take the precision level entry into what I believed was code 2. Now no, it is a code 2. It's confirmed. And now I'm just looking to see what the code 1 will say. Whether it'll say a short or whether it'll say a long. But if it does say a long, I'm going to ignore it because code 2 overrides code 1. And code 2 says go down. So, but if it does say short, then it should really drop out big. It should really drop out big if it says short. I'm going to read it here, attempting to read it. The code 1. See if I can get an entry. Attempting to read it here. Okay, I'll be right back. Short entry, code 1 short entry. It's going to drop out here. Okay, so let me calculate my exit now. Exit's at 54. It's going to be 76.54. Okay. Now I just need to calculate whether or not this is going to be good for 200 ticks. Because it very well may be. Let me see something here. Yeah, hang on. Where'd that go to 68? Where's my exit at? Stand by. My exit is at 54. Stand by, doing the calculation here. 68, 54. Let me think about this a second. 54, 68. Yes, 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 yes. We have a 200 tick trade here. Just activated 200 tick trade. I'm adjusting the exit. Taking the exit down to 76.54. I'm going to take it all the way down to 75.54. 75.54 on the limit. Okay, 200 ticks. I got 200 ticks in place. 75.64. 75.64 on 75.54. Is that right? Yes, it is. 75.54, 75, 76, 77. That's 200 ticks. 200 ticks. Let me just take a quick look at this again. Let me take a quick look at this. Okay. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, we got a 200 ticker. This one's 200 ticks. Code says 200 ticks. Okay, so you're going to witness your first 200 tick trade that I'm going to take since I've been doing this record here every day. I haven't hit one yet because one hasn't come. You know, not at least the times I've been trading. Actually, ones have come, just not ones that I've gotten in on. But this is one right here. This thing is going to go down big, 200 ticks. And I'm all over it. It almost hit my exit right there. My exit would be at 54. And it went down to 67. So like 13 ticks away from my exit. It went for 100 ticks. It's going to go 200. Now, you want to talk about knowing the power of knowing the codes? You know? I mean, not only did I take a precision level entry to get into this. Okay, I lost a couple. True. But I kept the loss small, didn't I? See, that's the whole secret. Until I hit the right entry, and then I held it. And now I've held it down for almost 100 ticks. I could get out for this 100 ticks and be up like like 4,000, right? But 200 tick trades only come around every so often, and there's a certain calculation that you do to see if it's going to be a 200 tick trade. I did that calculation. It says yes, it's going to be a 200 tick trade. So I'm going for 200 ticks. They only come around every so often. Okay? But what I want to show you is this is the power of knowing the codes. Because I used a code 1 to go short as a precision level entry, and I knew I was in a code 2. Now I know I can get 200 ticks out of this thing. Can you compare? I mean, this is the most powerful system. You just obviously have to use it right and everything, but this is it. You're watching it right here. It's coming up on 54 here, right? We're within striking range of the 54. I could get out for the 100 ticks if I wanted to, but no. The code says it's gonna go 200 ticks. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna wait for it to go down and get out ahead about 40-50 ticks, and then I'm gonna place I'll be like 150 ticks up at that point. Then I'm gonna place a stop at 100 ticks to lock in 100 ticks. So I'll place it at 54 to lock in the 100 ticks, and then I'll let it go for the 200. It'll either go 100 or 200 at that point, but for sure it'll be at least 100. And there's never anything wrong with a 100 tick trade. Never. But if this thing just keeps going down and doesn't go back up and hit the stop, and it goes down to the 200 ticks, you make double what you would at just 100. Double. Not 30% more or 50% more, 100% more. That's a lot. It's a real lot. And you want to know when to go for them. There's my 100 ticks right there. There's my 100 ticks. As far as I'm concerned, I'm only halfway there now. Instead of that being my exit, I'm only halfway there. You want to talk about knowing the power of knowing the codes? I broke all of this in 2006. And now I teach people, how to do this. Because there's a lot of money at this. A lot of money. It's huge. Oil is the most important commodity in the world. It is the most well known, and it is by far the most important. Because every engine in the world runs because of oil. Every engine in the world, well, not every engine, but most of them. Most of them all run because of oil, okay, because of gasoline. Every car, everything, it's all over the whole world. Every country there is runs with this. The motorcycles, the cars, the airplanes, the boats, everything runs because of oil. So it is the most important commodity there is in the world. What I'm trying to say is when you're seeing oil, what you're seeing is real money. It's real money. Because why? Because everybody in the world uses it. $14, where are we at? I'm down here at 54. We're getting closer and closer. As you can see. Okay, so let me calculate this. 150 ticks is going to be 76. We're almost there. I'm going to place a 100 tick stop on it. So the 100 tick stop is going to be placed at 76.54. I'm going to go ahead. Wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, 76.54. Oh, we're almost down to the exit, huh? Almost down to the exit. Here we go. Okay, getting ready to place the stop at 76.54. Stop. 76. 76.54. 76.54 on the stop. Checking it. 77.54 entry. 76.54 on the stop for 100 ticks. Placing it now. Stop is in place for 100 ticks. So we have a 100 tick trade locked in. It is a mathematical certainty and locked in. 100 ticks. Now, rolling the dice. Actually, it's not really rolling the dice. This is the code. But anytime you go for a 200 tick trade, you are rolling the dice a little bit. It could go a 190, 180 and not make it. Real close, but no cigar. Okay? But you like to have fun. You want to make money. You want to roll the dice. This is the dice roller right here. Go for 200 ticks. 100 or settle for 100. Settle for 100, no problem. Wants to come all the way back up and go to 54 and we settle for 100, no problem. Piece of cake. 100 tick trade is a beautiful trade. But if it doesn't and it keeps going down, we hit that 200 ticks. Cha-ching. We can always hit a 100 tick trade. We can hit that every day. It's boring. But it's the 200 tick trades that, that really are fun to hit. So we're going for it. We are going for it. Now let's see, where's the code at? Where's the code? Where's the code? Oh, we looking good. We looking good. Oh, and that's another thing. You know, let's say it did come all the way back up and hit her stop, but we get another code entry to go short or something like that. We just take another one. Yeah, just follow the code. Follow the code. But you always should mathematically lock in a trade like that. Don't ever let it go. What did it go to? Down to 80? Or yeah, like 80, and I'm in at 54, so that's like 170, 170 ticks. Don't ever let it go 170 ticks and then, like, you know, break even or something. No, always lock in 100 ticks. Lock in that trade. I've seen it go 170 ticks like that and go all the way back. So don't ever let it do it. Yeah, if it comes back and hits the stop, it'll be a bummer, but it's okay. 100 ticks is a good trade. And there's no guarantee it's going to do that. This thing may start coming down at any time here, and then go back down and go hit. Anyway, I'm going to pause the video in the interest of time. I can also use another code 1 entry since I know exactly what the code is, just in case it does come back up and hit the stop. And it gives another entry, I can always take one. It would probably give another short again, I would imagine. Yeah. This thing's going to go down 200, maybe even more, 300 ticks. So, probably. Anyway, I'll come back shortly. But don't you love these odds? I mean, you're going to hit a 100 tick trade for sure. You can't, there's no way that around it. Or you got a chance to hit 200 here. You know? This will keep you on the seat of your pants. Okay, I'll be back. It's moving up here. I just got to stop. Oh. That sucks. Oh well. So, well, I'll tell you what. I still think it's going to go down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another code 1 entry into this, assuming it gives a short entry. If it gives a long entry, I'll say, yeah, forget it. But if it gives a short entry, I'm going to take another entry into this trade. And I think we could get, depending on where it gives it to us, we could maybe even get another 100 ticks. Just depends on where it gives us the entry. But since I know the code, it's not a problem. Piece of cake. So I'll be back, and we'll take another trade into this. And maybe even make another 100 ticks. It just depends on where it gives us the entry and what it looks like, of course. But yeah, I don't think this thing's done. I'll be back. But you see how powerful that is? And we made it down to 170 ticks. I was going for 200, made it 170. Close, but no cigar. Sometimes it works like that, but then other times you'd be surprised all of a sudden we hit the 200, then it bounces back up. You know, sometimes it gets close, sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. But the way you hit them is to go for them. Okay, I'll be back. Oh man, this thing is really moving here. This is uncharacteristic of it right now. It's really moving. I'm watching it. What do we got going on here? This thing just moved up 120 ticks off the bottom. Oh man, is it moving? Oh boy. Oh, we might be able to hit something big here. Let's see. watching the code, looking for an entry. Stand by, I'll be right back. Okay, the code has just given what appears to be a long entry, and I'm not going to take it because this is going against the code 2, and you never want to go against the code 2. Even though the code 2 has moved down 170 ticks and then has moved back up 120, you never want to go against the code 2. Right now it's sitting on the fence. It can either go down or it could go up. The mathematics on it aren't very good either way. It's kind of sitting on the fence. If I'd have got a code 1 entry to go short, I'd have taken it. But a long entry, after moving up 120 ticks, off of code 2 that says go down, you can see it's moving up here, right? But how far up will it go? Will it just roll back over again? Or will it keep going? Well, the math on it isn't really super good. Even though it is a good code entry to go long, it just, you're going against the code 2. So I don't want to do it. I'm going to call it a day, end it with 100 ticks. I went down 20 ticks. I made 80 ticks, or 100 ticks, so I netted 80 ticks. I should have gotten an extra 100 on top of that, 180 ticks, but I came 30 ticks shy of it. So, close, but no cigar. Next time. I'll get it next time. So anyway, that is the power of knowing the codes, code 1 and code 2. So if you really want to learn how to trade, this is it. And for those of you code traders out there, well, you're seeing it done for yourself, and I'm sure you're taking similar trades and learning how all this works. It's a lot of fun, that's for sure. I know a lot of you are having a lot of fun at it. It's a big money maker. You just have to do it right, obviously. Just remember, you get the direction wrong, you lose just as much as you make, right? So you got to get the direction right. That's what the codes are perfect for. You saw me take entry over there, and all it did was just go down from my entry, right from my entry. It's not as if it went where the other ones you saw it go against me, right? And I lost, right? But I lost a small amount, didn't I? I didn't lose a big amount. Lost a small amount. That's how you always keep your trading under control at all times. Yeah, it's no fun to sit there and lose those trades. It's never fun. But get good at it. Because you must get your entry right. And when you're wrong, take the small loss. You must do that. And you have to realize something. There's going to be a certain percentage of time where you're going to be wrong. And there is absolutely nothing that you can do about that. But what you can do is minimize the wrongness by cutting your loss short. What the code is perfect for that. Absolute perfect for that. I mean, the code is the ultimate system. It keeps your losses small, hits big winners, has a high accuracy level. Everything. The code is the ultimate system. Okay, listen, I'm going to get going now. Nice, 80 tick trade is never a bad trade. And there's always tomorrow. So I'll be back to do some more trading. I hope you guys are doing really super good out there. You took code traders. And I'll be back tomorrow. Happy trading out there.